Welcome to Clearing Fractions. We're going to learn how to clear a fraction from an equation. As you can see, we have the same steps on the left as before, and on the right-hand side, we have an equation that involves fractions. So we're still going to go through and distribute if needed, and in this case, we do need to distribute because we have 1/2 being multiplied by the expression x plus 8. So we're going to distribute that in. Sometimes it's helpful to turn your terms into fractions so that you know that you are multiplying your numerators together and your denominators together. So this is going to give you 1x over 2, or just x over 2. And then 1 times 8 over 2 times 1 is going to give you 8 over 2, which divides down to 4. Now, the next step is to clear fractions. And if you see here, we have two fractions. We have one with a denominator of 2 and one with a denominator of 3. So to start clearing your fractions, what you're going to do is you're going to multiply every single term in the equation by the denominator of one of those fractions. So we're going to get an equivalent equation, but we're going to start eliminating those fractions. So x times 2 over 2 is going to leave us with just x, because the 2 divided by 2 is going to divide out to 1. So we basically have 1x, or just x, plus 8 equals 2 times 2 is 4, so we're going to have 4 over 3x, and then minus 18. But as you can see, we still have another denominator because we have an additional fraction. So this time, since our denominator is 3, we're going to repeat the process, but we're going to multiply every single term by 3. So that's going to give us 3x plus 24 equals, now 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is going to give us a 4x, and then minus 54. Now, step 3 is to combine like terms on either side of the equal sign. But as you can see on the left here, we cannot combine 3x and 24. On the right, we cannot combine 4x minus 54, so we're going to move on to step 4, which is using those inverse operations to isolate the variable. So since we're at step 4, we want to draw that dividing line so that we know whatever we do to the left side, we have to do to the right. Now, we want to move the smaller variable term first. Since 3x is smaller than 4x, we're going to shift the 3x to the other side. Since it's positive, we want to subtract 3x from both sides and make sure to line it up over the like terms like so. And then this is going to subtract out to 0, so we're just going to be left with 24 equals 1x, or just x, minus 54. And then our last step is to move the constant to the other side. Since we are subtracting 54 here, the inverse operation would be to add 54. So if we add 54 to both sides, we get x equals 78. Now remember, you should always be doing your check by substituting in the value of that variable back up into the original equation and make sure that both sides end up being equal.